Hey everybody, how's it going? I brought back a few cards from the Pikes Peak card show this afternoon, and it was there for quite a few hours. Did a lot of purchasing from like $1.50 bins, so that's what most of these are. As per usual, there are prices on the front of these, but I don't think I paid any of the prices that were on the front due to just bulking stuff up into large lots. Ended up getting stuff for quite a bit cheaper. A lot of these were ended up being 50 cents or $1 a card at most. Some of the other ones were a little bit more, but again, with bulking them, got pretty good deals on things. So without further ado, let's get into it. We'll start with this stack. I think anything that's not in a top loader was was $1 or less. A lot of them were 50 cents out of 50-cent bins. Just some young guns: Artem Zub, Mark Delgazzo, Samuel Konzo, Matt Kiersted, Jonah Gedjovic, Elmer Soderblom, Brandon Baddock. And I'll usually grab any Young Guns out of the 50-cent bins that I find, even if they're really not big names. It's always good to grab them, I think. Kel McCarr, Dylan Larkin, some old 75s: Eric Vale, Simon Nolet, Dave Gardner, Johnny Buchik. Although he's good, but some of these guys are not that great. Bob Neely, and sometimes I just grab the old cards out of the 50-cent boxes. Mike Green, Jack Marin, Charlie Davis, Larry Steele. Kind of like going after those old basketball cards. Cole Caulfield, Elliptic, Austin Matthews, Deep Roots. Those weren't even in sleeves. I think those were probably like a quarter or something. Marquis Johnson, Walter Davis, John Gianelli, Dwight Jones, Bob Weiss, Freddie Lewis. So a lot of these are just commons, but they're old cards. So, and I always like those. Here's an Otani, Bowman's Best, Tatis, another Otani, Tony Olivia, Alex Bergman, Miguel Cabrera, Lou Whitaker, Dale Murphy, Pete Rose, Jose Canseco, George Brett. A lot of kind of early 80s stuff, which that's still my favorite stuff. It may not be worth the most, but I that was kind of stuff I always loved the most. Miguel Cabrera, this one I think has a 105 out of 150. George Brett, Jerry Scuball, Spencer Turnbull, Riley Green, Nolan Ryan, George Brett, Dave Winfield, and Don Mattingly. I remember this card from when I was a kid. I thought I owned it at one point, but never found it in my childhood cards, so it was cool to grab this out of the dollar bin. Gaylord Perry, ERA leaders with Jim Palmer on it. World Series Game 1. Ken Herbeck, rookie. Barry Larkin, rookie. Yu Darvish. Manny Ramirez, Tony Oliva, Raleigh Fingers. Some 67s, which I think most of these are just commons, but it's always fun grabbing those. These ones were out of that same box. They were not $8 or $4. More hockey. Joe Valino, Gretzky. Joe Sakic, and then Chris Kelly. I think I grabbed this just because it had a serial number on it out of the 50-cent bin. Duchesne. And I can't tell who's on these right now, but they're those old Upper Deck hologram cards. Gretzky, Brett Hull, Mario Lemieux, UD Canvas of Devon Taves, Austin Matthews, Dylan Larkin, Nathan McKinnon, Austin Matthews, Vasilevsky, Connor McDavid, Cade Cunningham, serial numbered, Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah, I really didn't pay much for these sleeved ones. Jokic, Chauncey Billups, and that one's got a serial number too. LeBron, Kobe Bryant, Grant Hill, another Kobe, Christian Wood, Alec Manoah, that's got a serial number too. Starting lineup, another Ohtani, Makar, another Ohtani, some Monkeys cards from the 60s, which are pretty cool. Magic card, which actually that's playable in Commander. And some 68s. And these ones I think are just commons. But again, I usually grab them if they look nice and they're out of the cheapy bins. Okay, now for the things that are in top loaders and other stuff. Here's a Cale Makar 2019-2020 Parkhurst. This I think I spent $15 on, which was kind of cool. It's my first CSG slabbed card, but I don't know. Not sure what he wrote on it, but anyway. So there's that. This is a 1952 Bowman, or not Bowman, sorry, 1952 Parkhurst of John McCormick, which I believe is a rookie card, which is pretty cool. Daryl Strawberry, Hall of Famer, Jerry Cheevers, great goalie. Alex Delvecchio. Here's some 1950 Bowmans. This is Eddie Lake from the Detroit Tigers, which I just thought these were cool. This one is Doyle Lade of the Chicago Cubs. And Dale Coogan of the Pittsburgh Pirates. 1959 Topps Detroit Tigers team card. It's Roger Maris from 1963. Don Drysdale, 1964 Topps. Roberto Clemente, 1970 Topps. This one looked really nice too. Which is cool. I did not own that card yet. 1970 Topps Hank Aaron, which I did own this card when I was a kid, and it was just in really beat up condition. This one was a lot nicer. Vancouver Canucks. Joe Sparma, 1966. Ron Nischwitz. Those ones were not very expensive. Ed Giacomin. I believe that's 1975. Yep. Jordans from the Junk Wax era, but I will always take a good shaped Jordan. Still trying to get a PSA 10 on some of those. Frank Thomas, 1958 Veda Pinson rookie. This one looked pretty good. Centering's a little bit off, but most of them are from that year. George Kell, 1958 Topps. 1962 Topps Al Kaline. This one's got some up-down centering issues. I mean, if you look at that bottom edge, it's really, really tight on there, but still a cool Kaline for not too expensive. Taylor Radish Young Guns. Ross Colton Young Guns. Mason McTavish. And Trevor Zegras Young Guns. 1962 Topps Norm Cash. 1968 Topps Al Kaline. 1969 Topps Al Kaline. which I'm trying to do an alkaline run. I'm not sure if those ones will be graded, but I definitely want to get all of his cards. Here's Denny McLean from 1970. Beta Pinson from 1970. Jim Northrup rookie from 1965. Norm Cash from 1964. Orlando Cepeda from 1966 tops. Willie Mays from 1972 tops. Ernie Banks from 1969. This one's a little off-centered, but it often is. But I didn't have this card yet. It's Carlton Fisk's rookie card from 1973. Angara 1975 tops. John Hiller rookie from 1966. I believe that's 66, yeah. Lone Ryan, I did not have this one yet, so glad to get that. I think that's 85 Flair. Christopher Morel, that's the Halloween one. Here's the Riley Green Halloween one, and this is the short print with the extra spooky ghosts and things on it. Bill Mazeroski, 1970 tops. Willie Stargell, 1970 tops. And finally, a common 1966 tops, Orlando Pina from the Tigers. Anyway, so those were my pickups. Nothing too crazy this time around, but got some fun, cheapy things that are nice additions to my collection. So anyway, if you like what you saw and you enjoyed seeing these, let me know in the comments section, and hopefully we will list some more. Thanks.